Hi. So, not the last Grand Arena, but the one before that. So what are we on now? 11. So number 10 Grand Arena. There was some pretty awesome things that happened at the end that were just like random terrible squads that somehow severely pulled through. So basically that's what I wanted to do, was kind of just make a video showcasing those, because I don't know how many people actually watch. Well, so far nobody watches any of my videos, but even if you do click on it, you might think I'm too boring to want to go to the end or whatever. I don't know. I try my best with when I, talk, but then this kind of crap always happens. Like, that was on purpose, but I'm just trying to give an example of what always happens. I always get stuck and start stumbling. Plus, I was thinking I don't show myself. So, I don't know. Some people would be like, oh, I'm going to quick enough. So I figured if I made a separate video, then you could see it. But anyway, right here, there's this one. This was a Mon Mothma-led team. So, Mon Mothma, I heard, with Rebel Fighters, basically the Rebel Fighter tag was designed just for her. She can have some severe synergy with them and really boost up terrible squads. Basically because of her leader ability. And at the end of the day, she's only strictly a support character. So, like, she doesn't need to be too beefed up herself. Mine's only 3-star, level 85. What is she, gear 7 or something crappy? And, like, she beefed up the squad I put her with significantly enough just off that. Like, at the end of the day, like I was saying, she really doesn't need to be beefed up because it's not going to add anything extra. It's not like she really has attacks, you know what I mean? I could keep my Mon Mothma where she's at now, throw her Zetas on her, and at the end of the day, we'll get the desired end result, which is she boosts up everybody that is, that she's supporting. The only real character that she, the only real reason, that you'd want to keep her alive, or boost her up and make her higher gear and higher, basically just higher gear, and maybe even give her better mods, is just because you get that trooper that she summons. So, if she's killed off right away, obviously you're not getting that trooper. And then the other thing is that trooper can get promoted as well. So if it's still alive and her move's ready, then it can go from, it's got 3 tiers. And obviously as the tiers go up, it only gets better. So anyway, though, I know we're not on the battle anymore, but it'll come back around again, so I'll discuss it later. But it was pretty beefy. The squad I went up against, I lost once to already. So when I did Mon Mothma, I was just playing around more or less, like, well, let's see what this can do. And it actually pulled through. Well, it didn't pull through, I didn't get the win, but I took out a character. And it was like, my last squad, which I thought was better, did nothing. And then this goofy Mon Mothma-led team with a bunch of crap characters actually took one character out. Like I said, it's not that big a deal, it's only one character, but it's still better than nothing, which the first team did. So, yeah, that's one thing I want to showcase. Then the second thing, so basically there's 3 teams here. Right now we're seeing the Jawas. I'll talk about them later. This is just background video. I just kind of, I don't want to say I have it on a loop, but I put the video in here twice just so I can talk and have, stuff to look at while I'm talking. But, there's also a Padme team. Now, Padme, for me, so far she sucks. Everyone else has Padme, she's god tier, it's insane. But my Padme is absolute trash. I don't know if it's because I only have her gear 12, or if I just don't have her modded right, or I don't know. She just sucks. But anyways, I made this team. Again, just dicking around. This is like my scragglers of what I had left. It's Chewie, Luminara, Mace Windu, and Jedi Consular that I'm going to put with her. All those characters nobody uses anymore. In beginning, if you're a new player, yeah, you use them all the time. But towards endgame, you don't ever even think about using those characters. They all suck. But what happens is Padme gives courage. And if you get enough courage built up, you basically become like a nuke. And a terrible character can put up some serious damage, which is something that we see coming up soon. Chewie's going to end up having, I think he gets 20-something stacks of courage, and then he does a move, and he just obliterates his opponent. And it's just crazy, like, what the heck? Did Chewie just do that? See, what's he at right now? I think he's at 6. So, one thing I think that helps with this is you gotta be slow. So obviously Chewie's very slow. I don't think anybody has a fast Chewie, because that's not what Chewie's about, was being fast. He's about being slow. And so anyways, the longer that he what's he at, 22 stacks. So yeah, the longer, see that? He just destroyed whoever that was. Let me try to rewind this a little. Will it work? It won't work. I'm doing a voiceover right now, so I wasn't sure if I could rewind it and keep talking, but it won't work. But yeah, he just completely obliterated that, whoever that character was right there. And it's just like, wait, Chewie? the character that anybody might use just as a joke, and put the Gear 13 and Zeta as a joke, just destroyed someone. But it's because of courage. He had 27 stacks, so it made him ridiculously overpowered in the moment. It's kind of like Black Panther in the movie, how his suit is kinetically charged, so he gets all that, gunshots or whatever, and his suit absorbs it, and then when he's ready, boom, huge hit. So I just thought this team was funny, though. This is such a crap team. It shouldn't be. That's something that I think needs to change, is that Jedi need to be better. For some reason, Jedi in this game are horrible. But yeah, this team right here is normally trash, and with Padme lead, they actually became beefy, and they just wiped this whole team out. I don't know if this would be repeatable, because I think this was a second attempt, so they might have had, their protection taken off, but still, yeah, this was clearly a second attempt, 35 banners, but still, it put in serious work for just a random mismatch of crap Jedi with hanging out with Padme. So, I don't remember what this one's gonna be, so we'll just see. I think it's Mon Mothma again, so we already went over her enough, but, yeah. Padme, though, see, normally what I see with Padme is she's usually good against both Revans. She's the counter to both Revans, but you gotta use, Anakin, Kenobi, Qui-Gon. I mean, not Qui-Gon. Anakin, Kenobi, Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda, and maybe, 3PO. And that's how she goes against Revan and stuff. But it was just funny to see her. She was almost like a Mon Mothma in that last battle. Mon Mothma takes these trash characters, trash nowadays, they, Wigs was good at one point, but they're terrible now. But yeah, she can take this garbage and turn it into something good, and that's what Padme did, and I just thought that was funny. So anyhow, after this, what'll be coming up is the Jawas. Now, the Jawas always have been a mismatched team. Not really mismatched. I think Jawas have actually been one of the original teams that had a full squad of 5. If I'm not mistaken, right? Oh no, it used to be just Jawa and Dathtra, right? Maybe it was Ewoks that had a full squad. But Jawas have enough of an OG status of having a full squad. But the problem is Jawas just kind of suck, just like Ewoks, Yeah, they introduced a few new Ewoks and they were decent, but it's not taking the Ewok team to meta, it's still Ewoks, okay, whatever, they're nothing. And that's kind of like Jawas. The Jawas are obviously super high synergy, but at the end of the day, not a threat. It's just Jawas. However, Jawas have been proven to be good against 2 squads. One is Geonosians, and I haven't been able to capture that yet in my own videos. I destroyed a pretty beefy team once with my crappy Jawas, a Geonosian team with my crappy Jawas. They lit them up and destroyed them. And it was during a territory war. And unfortunately, every time I try this again and I'm ready to record just to prove it, it never happens. So, it's kind of disappointing. But they're killer against that. And the other team that they're killer against is, well, apparently whatever this one was. I forget, so let's give it a second for the video to catch up. Oh, this is just something random. And they did have one down, but you'll see, they put in serious work. And the reason for that, though, is the thermal detonators. One, they're Geonosians, the Jawas are good against because I think it's Jawa Engineer has an ability line in the sand, and every time a character attacks out of turn, they get a thermal detonator put on them. Well, Geonosians are all about mass attacks, so that means there's 4 characters always attacking out of turn. So they're just stacking up thermal detonators. And then one of them, I forget who it is, maybe Scavenger. He's got like a bomb that he can just throw, and it will immediately detonate all thermal detonators. So say everybody's got 15 thermal detonators on him, and then he throws his bomb, boom, they're all dead basically now. They just got 16 explosions done to them basically. But yeah, this was crazy right here. This is just a random mismatched team, but like, these are just some stupid, pathetic Jawas, and whoever squads I used before this could not touch them. They only took out one character, and then here I go using my pathetic Jawa, and they pull through. Even this ended up being 1v1, and I had it on auto, and they just basically kept healing themselves. BB-8's just standing there healing himself. This doofus kept throwing the ball in the air and healing himself, so then I had to take it off auto. But once I took it off auto and just kept throwing the thermal detonators, we destroyed it. And we pulled through, and it was just like, my Jawa? What? Like, I know there was no synergy going on here, because this was the player, I think it had the Russian name, the XK whatever, EH something something. So he didn't actually try, but he didn't actually try to put in any squads or any effort, but it was just still crazy to see, like, you know, to see my Jawas just destroy it with literally no effort. It's straight auto. I have, what, 2 that are gear 12, 1 that's gear 11, the other 2 are like gear 7, gear 8, some are pathetic like that, and we just destroy this team. Like I said, it's a random mismatch, but it was just still kind of cool. Like, what just happened, you know? So, yeah, that's it. That's the video. That's just what I wanted to showcase. I thought it was cool, and I didn't want to miss out on it. Like, I know it's in an original video, but I don't know how many people are actually going to see that, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to just pull it out and make a video of its own and make sure that it's seen. So, yeah, these are some cool things to keep in mind. I'll definitely try them again in the future. Hopefully it works, and if you actually watched this whole thing, thanks. If you didn't watch the Galactic War that this is from, please go check it out, as well as the other ones, because, you know, most times I rage out and you might think it's funny. I don't know. And until the next one, maybe you should already know by now. I said see ya.